what Derek wanted to do yesterday. He wanted to have a look at some of my rigs. So I've made up a couple of rigs, and I've got two of my favourite rigs, which I sort of use everywhere really. Just rigs that I feel confident in. First of all, we've got your KD rig. What do you think of that, mate?
Yeah, that doesn't look bad. One of the things I noticed when Dave was setting the rigs up, personally, I always put the boilie on and then adjust the length of the hair. Just a little tip for you.
So put it on before you put the hook on?
Yeah, but you know, put the boilie on, and then you can get it exactly where you want it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
That's the way we do it.
Again.
Well, and another thing I've got to say, the two rigs that Dave's tied up, he's done them with braid. Now, on this lake especially, there's quite a lot of big bream in here. Now, what I try to do is to slow them down. Personally, I would use a stiff mono, because it seems to put the bream off a little bit.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not going to catch them, but it seems to slow them down a bit. One guy in particular who was on here, I think he had 9 bream, and I said to him, change the rig over, right, and put a stiff rig on. He put the stiff rig on, and he caught one more. Whether or not, I'm not saying that because, you know, like he did it, they stopped picking it up, but I'm just telling you personally, that's what I would do.
Right, so you'd use a stiffer hook length material?
Yeah, I would use a stiffer hook length material because it does slow them bream down.
Does it?
Yeah, yeah.
But apart from that, mechanics of that rig is all right.
Yeah,
KD
look,
rig?
you can see how it's coming off of the back there.
I'll do a few.
Put your little shot on the bottom.
Yeah.
Your boilie.
See, that's the thing. I sometimes don't put the shot on the bottom.
Right.
Do you think that's part of the mechanics of the KD rig? I know a lot of people do, but sometimes I'll just put a... Am I doing it a little bit wrong, maybe?
Well, when you do the KD rig, that's the Kenny Dorset. He was the man who did it. When you put the shot on down the bottom, it kicks it more as it's going into its mouth.
Right.
Right. It gives it, like, instead of if you can imagine that, be sitting down like that with the shot down on it, it just makes it kick a bit better.
All right. So what sort of boilie would you use with that?
Well, personally, I would use, you know, like a mainline pop-up.
Or a wafter sort of type?
Well, if you use a wafter, you know, you've got chances of it all collapsing, but because you've got it on that soft, you can fish it with a wafter or a little pop-up.
All right, wicked.
You know, that's the two ways to do it. At the moment, I'm a great fan of wafters.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because I fish a lot of bottom baits, and when they come in and they see that, and they start hoovering the old baits up, little old wafter's sitting there, and it proper nails them.
Yeah.
You know, because it's that much lighter, and they're sucking up, and they suck it up and suck it in, and then you get a good hook hold, because that's what you're after, isn't it? You're after getting that fish nailed.
Yeah, pretty sharp them hooks, watch yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. There's one's from Deception. This is a curved one. I don't know. I've got this thing for curves at the minute.
Yeah, well, it's I'm still using some of the hooks that I used quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not one for changing hooks around too much.
Unless you find something that's really good.
Yeah, well, you have to see, yeah, definitely.
Right, there's another one of my rigs, just a blowback rig with a ring.
Do you know where I first saw this?
Where?
With Gary Bays. Gary Bays showed me that.
Did he?
Over on the Manor years ago.
Is that as good as Gary Bays' one?
Yeah, man. Anything's as good as Gary Bays' one. Have you seen his tackle?
No.
Oh my God. It's
antiquated.
Yes, rods up in the air, another one next door down on the
But do you think that's the fashion thing? Because a lot of anglers nowadays, I mean, and now they're folding handles.
They're folding handles.
I don't get the whole folding handles thing.
Well, it's what looks nice to their eye. They sit there and it makes you confident. Anything to make you confident, if that's what floats your boat. You know, like I'm old school, put them out there. You can see I'm set up behind me here. You know what I mean? I'm not a tackle tart.
No.
I come fishing to catch fish.
Yeah.
I don't come here to sit and look at my tackle all day. Oh, that don't sound good, does it? No.
We won't go there.
But yeah, that looks pretty funky to me. You're going to fish that on a little snowman, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's why he's got such a long hair on it. But I think that's doable.
Yeah.
That's doable. That's well doable. I know when we have a look at my rigs, all right, they're a bit barbaric, but they look barbaric because I use 20-pound amnesia nearly for all my fishing. The only time I probably use a bit of fluoro is if I fish like a hinge rig.
Right.
You know, but a lot of the time, as I say, his bite alarm's playing up.
I've only had them 6 months.
And his bite alarm's playing up. We won't name and shame. But
Bloody expensive.
yeah, I like fishing on the bottom, especially when I go to France as well. You know, all right, it's a bit different if you're in weed or whatever when you go to France. But when I'm out in France, I normally try to fish bottom baits. I'll give you a good tip for the out in France. I know I'm harping on about mainline again, but if you take a diamond white with you and use a diamond white as your hook bait, right, you catch a lot of French fish love a diamond.
I wonder why that is.
It's a very, very... When the bait was developed, Kev Knight gave me a bag of them and he said, oh, I'll have a little play with them. And I was going out to Dream Lake 1. And what I did at the time, the original Grange, they did a plum Grange. And what I did was, I put my baits out probably 60 to 70 yards out in front of me. There was a lovely little clear run. There was a bit of weed either side. And we got it spot on. And what I was doing, I was putting the plum Grange in the middle and sticking 2 diamond whites on the outside. Right? And that week I finished up top rod on there. For numbers, not for the biggest, because obviously you can only catch what's in front of you.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you a quick little story. There was a guy from Yateley fishing on the swim next door to us. Milky Bar was there. He was on the other side of the lake. You know, it was like a chaps week on there. Anyway, this guy from Yateley, he came down with crab, and all we kept doing was shouting out across the lake, get on the crab, right? And he kept saying, I'm watching you, mainline boys. It's your cattle.
Yeah, and I just crashed that over there.
Did it? Here we go. They're back here again, crashing about. That don't mean anything on this lake. Anyway, what happened, he kept going on about, oh, you mainline blokes, I'm watching you and everything else. Well, on the Friday morning, I went over for breakfast and there was a bar at about, I don't know, about 100, 110 yards out in front of us. And I said to him, come on then, let's have a little competition. Right, and the crab versus the diamond, single hook baits, right? So anyway, we come back from breakfast and he's kept bigging up his crab. You know, it's like SpongeBob with a crusty crab. He was carrying on about it. Anyway, we got back and the competition started. So I got 2 rods. It was only allowed 2 rods. Reason being, I had one on a hot spot and I didn't want to move it.
Right.
But I said 2 rods and he went, right, 2 rods. So anyway, you heard as the old rods went out, right? And I went down and sat with him and I was sitting with him just like this. Right? And then all of a sudden it went, and I went, sounds like the diamonds have scored. Right, up there, go and wind it in. So popped next door, got the fish in, netted it, cast it back out again, went and sat with him again. About 10 minutes later, off it goes, oh, 2-0, 2-0,
Not another
diamonds
2-0.
2-0. Yeah. I'll tell you another story about that in a minute. Anyway, I went round and started playing the fish and everything else, and got the fish in, had it all in the net and everything, and he went back to his swim. And all of a sudden, I heard him reel in and recast. Anyway, I've recast my rod, I've gone back round and sat in the swim, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden his left-hand rod rattled off, which was next to my right-hand rod. We haven't put no bait out, just single hook baits, and all of a sudden his rod went off, and he's going, "Get on the crab, get on the crab," and I'm going, "No, not the crab." Anyway, he's playing it, and he's going on and on and on about the crab, and as he's reeled it up and popped up, there's one of my diamond whites hanging out of his mouth. So it just goes to show you what happens.
All right, nice. We're going to have a little look at your rigs in a minute, if that's all right.
Yeah.
And why you
Let me
use
tell you
them.
about Rob Marsh. I've got to tell you about Rob Marsh.
Go on then, tell us about Rob
Right,
Marsh.
I was at the linear fishing the other week, and the man who was opposite me was Rob Marsh. Well, I turned round to Lee Merritt, who was already there. I said, "Where's Rob?" And he turned round and he went, "Oh, he's gone up to the Emirates, right, to watch Arsenal, right?" And he goes, when he gets here, he ain't going to be very happy. I said, "Why's that?" And he turned round and he said, "Because West Ham beat them 2-0. Come on, you Irons!"
Yeah, well, we know about that.
2-0, 2-0, 2-0. You're Arsey, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's an Arsey. Who are ya? Who are ya?
We'll
Who
see.
are ya?
We will see at the end of the season who will laugh. That's what I said to Rob on Facebook. I said to him, "Let's just see who's laughing at the end of the season when you're relegated."
I don't think Wenger will be, will he?
Yeah, we're going to
Because they'll probably get rid of him.
No, they're not going to get rid of him. I reckon we'll finish second. Anyway, that's...
Second?
Yeah.
Right, you heard that here. Second.
Second for Arsenal.
Second for Arsenal.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, Man U.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
They're having a bit of a problem.
Oh, they'll come back. They'll come back. Don't you worry about
back.
that. Yeah.
What? Baby, come back.
That's what they'll do.
Right. So what are we going to do in a minute? Drink some tea.
Drink some tea. Have a look at your rigs.
Yeah.
And
Right, I don't know about rigs. Rig. What
Oh,
I
you only
use
use
at the-
one.
At the moment, yeah.
Right.
On here especially.
We'll look at one of your rig.
I got a big hook on, big hook, big fish. You know what I mean? All this fishing with small hooks. You know, I think I'd be a little bit frightened.
I'm on 6s.
I know. I use 4s, size 4s. You know, what can you do?
Just in case there's some
Yeah.
sharks.
Well, no, you got to remember, could be a 50-pounder swimming about in here. You don't want to put your hook in that and go all gay and have it straightened, do you? Because when they go off in here, proper go off. Man's fish in here, not boys' fish, man's
Well,
fish.
let's hope that I meet a man's fish.
Yeah, tonight, or this afternoon, or
This
today,
afternoon. Yeah,
or whenever.
Any
Come
free
on.
times today.
All right,
Cheers, Derek.
Woo.